Hey, welcome back. It's time for our weekly Coaches Corner segment. Sometimes we have coaches come in from further out. We're not going to make them drive back late at night. It's almost 11 o'clock. We appreciate you watching this late, though. But earlier today, we caught up with Refugio coach Drew Cox. Take a look. Okay, we're joined this week by Coach Cox. His Bobcats coming off a 55-6 win over London last night. First off, Coach, thanks for coming all the way down here to Corpus and joining us.
Yes, sir. Glad to do it.
All right, so you guys, we mentioned, went to 2-0 last night with the win over London. You know, what were some things that you were most impressed with from that game?
Well, I thought our kids played really hard. I was missing, we've had some illness and stuff. I was missing a couple starting offensive linemen, but kids that filled in did really well. We're still making first of the year mistakes. Pad level and holding and stuff like that. We got to fix that stuff. But the kids played really hard, and they threw the ball a ton and got our secondary a lot of work. And but I was happy with their effort.
Yeah, London, you've got a new staff, but that's usually always a physical team. Were you impressed with how well that you guys played really from the jump in that game?
Yeah, I was. They're not huge up front, but they're athletic. They're a lot of skill kids on their defensive front. But yeah, I thought we handled it pretty good. I thought we handled the speed pretty good.
Yeah, you got new quarterback this year, Ray Lewis, taking over for Keelan Brown that graduated. I know he came over from another skill position last year. We're seeing him there. Just talk about, the wheels on this kid. Really impressive.
Yeah, he's done really well. We started working, of course, last spring and all through the summer and stuff, and we do a lot of RPOs, and he does a lot of reads, and he's handled it all really good.
Yeah, brag on your defense a little bit. You were talking about how, London was trying to throw it all over the place, but outside of, one early score, you guys really shut them down on the night.
Yeah, we were able to get to the quarterback quite a few times and pressure him, moved him out of the pocket a whole lot, and he's really good. And, we were able to force him into make some bad throws and, got a couple picks and a couple sacks. Defensive front played really well. Secondary, of course, they throw that many times, you're going to give up, a couple things. But overall, I was real proud of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, obviously you guys aren't afraid of scheduling bigger opponents. Already knocked off 2 3A opponents in the first 2 weeks.
Right.
Now you got the Edna Cowboys coming to town next week. What does a game like that do for you guys?
It's a real good measuring stick. They're really good. We've watched a little film on them. I've seen one film on them. They'll play Bay City tonight, and we'll get that. But they just look really physical. They're big, got a lot of speed. It's going to be a real challenge for us. Yeah,
I assume it's, you want to see a type of team that you're going to see deeper in the postseason, right?
Right. Yeah, we may not see a team like that even in the postseason, but they're really for sure will be the best we played. Probably maybe the best team we'll play all year.
I know we mentioned this will be the last question, but we talked about in the preseason, but being knocked off by Ganado 2 years in a row, do you feel that hunger in this team, still now going into the season?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about that, and hunger is the issue. We've talked about staying focused and hungry, and the kids really want to get back to that.
All right, Refugio coach Drew Cox joining us. Coach, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
Bobcats, yes, sir. Bobcats have state-ranked Edna next Friday night. All right, thanks again to Coach Cox. We'll have a different coach coming into the studio next week. For now, let's check out the Week 2 Play of the Week. Moody's Kayden DuFour are going to get the handoff to the outside. He's got blockers and makes the move, and he gone. Even a little look back as he's going, and Moody goes up. They go on to get the win over Sigaroa tonight. Kayden DuFour, the Blitz Play of the Week. All right, let's look at some Saturday action. Incarnate Word Academy, 6-man, hosting San Antonio Jubilee. And we go to next week on the Blitz as well. We've got...
You've been watching the Friday Night Sports Blitz, sponsored by CCA Texas, Ewald Kubota, Aztec Chevrolet GMC, and the Heil Law Firm.